welcome to Detention. I am the villain. This is another show of the Lost Blurs. If I can get my camera corrected, which it appears that I can't right now, let me introduce you and ask my brothers to say, hey, there we go. Welcome once again. I'm sorry. Welcome to Detention with the Lost Blurs. I am Jason the villain.
I
Hey,
am Brandon the doctor.
and I am the bull. What's up?
And we are coming today. We're a blur short. He didn't make it to detention today. He was actually his best behavior, and so he did not get to make it to detention with us. So we're going to discuss some things today. We have a very interesting topic, one that's kind of near and dear to all of our hearts. If you are a blurred, if you are a kid at heart in any capacity, then this is going to be a show that you can actually watch with your kids, have a debate within yourselves, like you should be doing all of our shows. And if you like the soothing sounds of our voices and you like these handsome faces you see here, please do not forget to hit the subscribe bell, like, comment, subscribe, all that cool stuff. We appreciate it more than you can possibly imagine. So
And
today
share.
we are going
Please
to
share.
do, please do that. Everything, Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Christian Mingle, whatever it is you got. Share us on all your platforms. We want them all. So,
That's a good one.
today we're gonna try something different. We're gonna take it back to our childhood. We're gonna have what we call a Disney episode. This episode is
Hey,
gonna cover a couple of cool hot button topics that you've always maybe tried to do within yourselves or within your friends and family. And we're gonna try to tackle some of these subjects today and see what we all came up with. So the first question we're gonna kick off with, as hard as this is going to be, what are your top five Disney cartoon characters? Now, this can entail anything that Disney has made. Me personally, I'm going to exclude Marvel. I'm going to exclude Star Wars. These are franchises that deserve their own show that are within themselves. You can do that at home. My brothers, y'all can do that as well. I want to like cut the legs off from anybody because at first, before I thought about it, Jack Sparrow was like my number two. So until I redid this, um,
no, we trying to
Yeah, we
go
just
originators on
we
this one.
just straight animated, straight
just straight
animation.
animated. I can dig it. We're gonna do old school on this. So, does anybody want to take us off first? Anybody want to volunteer?
I don't mind going first with this one. I see you
Fire away.
got the episode playing in the background there.
Y'all did an excellent job. I apologize I couldn't be in detention. I escaped school, a little skipping action, but you all did an excellent job. Y'all had me salivating at the mouth the way y'all was describing it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my vote in for Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
That's all across
Zaxby's
the
is
board
good.
then.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is just. I'm sorry, it's the reason they call it God's chicken, and it's done is off on Sundays. All right, on the seventh day they need to rest, okay? Because on the 6 days of the week they do work, okay,
Yeah,
and
they
they do
do.
it
I
well.
can't
Their
believe
sauce is
you.
amazing. That Polynesian sauce, that Chick-fil-A sauce, their drinks, their lemonade is just too much to handle. Zaxby's is good. Um, they're innovative with the salads, but I had to kick that off just to say I'm totally on Chick Fil A side. But my apologies, brother. Go ahead. Your top five
Oh, you
cartoon
fine.
characters.
My top five. Number five, I gotta go with everyone's favorite warrior princess, Mulan. Um,
Ooh,
what she did, her whole backstory and everything that she did as far as trying to save her father, pretending to be a man. Also, one of my favorite Disney songs is that "I Make a Man Out of You." That giant from the movie as well. And you had Eddie Murphy in there
I
in the
love that
movie,
song.
and everything. So
Yes.
yeah, she's definitely my
What was
number
his name in there?
five.
Mushu.
Mushu, Mushu.
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 Mushu the dragon.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your whole family. That's it.
Dishonor on everybody.
Yep.
I'm telling you, if Kristen was in here right now, she'd be singing that song. You'll bring honor to us all. That's actually
Oh
a pretty
yeah,
banging movie too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
I gotta
was.
give it to
Oh
Mulan. I'm with
god.
you. I'm
So
with
my
you.
number four, I gotta go with everyone's favorite Space Ranger, Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's too much I need to say on Buzz. I mean, he's just legendary. He's iconic to me. He stands out more than Woody did for the whole Toy Story franchise. Especially in the first one, he was just hilarious to me because he was really thinking he was a Space Ranger, and Woody was like, "Bruh, you a toy dog.
Yeah.
Like,
You just a
come
toy.
on."
just stop. Just
My
that's
number
number.
And I'm gonna say
three.
this right here. He
Oh,
was well voiced as well. He was
oh yeah,
very well
yeah,
voiced by
definitely,
Tim
definitely,
Oh
Allen.
yeah.
definitely,
Oh yeah.
definitely. Um,
Definitely.
my number three. I'm debating if I want to change this. but I'm gonna leave it as I'm gonna go with the strong man. I'm gonna go with Hercules.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good
Also
one.
one of my favorite animated movies. I'm gonna go with him. Not too much to say about it. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Although Hades was also pretty good in that giant. Uh, not weird in the fall. What was his name?
James Wood.
James
Yeah.
Woods. Yeah,
James Woods,
just good
phenomenal
dude.
job.
Yeah. Hmm.
Ooh, piece of candy.
There you go. Number two, I gotta give it to Simba, dog. I mean, not too much else to say. Simba,
Okay.
my number two.
I can rock with it.
Taking over the Pride Lands. Now my number one. May he rest in peace. Robin Williams' character as Genie in
Genie.
Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Rest in
Nobody
peace.
would
you
ever
bastard.
be able to
Oh,
Yeah.
top.
You
that's
can go ahead and
definitely one of my top. I'm gonna
Nobody
probably
would
give it
ever be
to him
able
just
to
for the
top
story.
Genie to me,
Yeah.
bro. His
Yeah.
whole character, the way he did the songs, his comedy,
Yeah.
everything. I mean, and it was
And
just
I just know Robin
that
Williams
character
fan,
just
period,
embodied
anyway.
Robin
So,
Williams' personality, man.
right.
He was the perfect casting for that. And
Yeah, I agree.
I wasn't expecting much from Will Smith in the live action. He did do better
He
than I
wasn't bad,
thought.
though.
He
It
wasn't
wasn't
I'm about to
bad.
say,
bad.
he
Yeah.
wasn't bad. I
He wasn't
actually
no
like
Robin
Will Smith
Williams, but
playing.
that's hard to
Yeah.
beat. But
But
You
he
can't.
did
You're
his
not beating
thing,
that.
though.
he
Yeah.
did his thing. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's my top five, man. Genie at number one, dog.
Hey, I give you that. That was a nice top five. Bull, did you want to go? Did you want me to go? I don't care. I'll fire away.
I'm gonna go ahead and rock this out. Yeah.
Go ahead and rock it
Okay,
out.
I
Let
ain't
me see
gonna
what you
lie.
got.
I ain't gonna lie. I actually like it. I get a lot of them confused. When it
Okay.
comes to Disney, you know what I'm saying? Because okay,
Cause it's
who
like
is
Disney. Cause
like
Pixar is still
Disney? I
Disney.
was just that's what I was
Yeah.
about to say. Like, who's really under the
Well,
whole
it
Disney
depends.
umbrella?
I think Pixar makes some of their own flicks, but usually the ones that you know about are Disney Pixar. Yeah.
Right, and
The
then on top
one
of
that
that,
always confuses people is DreamWorks too.
Yeah.
I just seen
DreamWorks
so
will
many
confuse you too.
different kids movies and stuff, and I'm just like, well, shoot, the people I'm thinking about was aged up in there.
Right.
But I'm actually going with some of the original. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like the straight up original Disney creative people.
I'm with it.
And like as I was doing some like, because I ain't gonna lie, I actually had to start doing some research like literally right now up on it. I'm looking at some of these characters. I'm like, bro, how many people actually remember these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, look
There's some
up
hardcore Disney fans
Sylvester,
out there now.
bro. Look up Sylvester Shyster. Just character. I'm like, bro. Like, I wish I'd have called a couple
Never
of
heard
heads.
of them.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Now, when you look him up, be like, yo, he just straight look like a crook. Like, they gave him the right name. So, one of
I'm
my
gonna find one
definitely
ain't
top,
right.
so I got to go with your boy, Goofy. Fun fact,
Okay.
I just found out that he's not a dog, he's a cow. So, yeah, that was new for me about that. But, yeah, your boy Goofy, I mean, he has been by far one of the most loyal people when it comes to like your boy
Yeah, I
Mickey
give
and
you
stuff,
that.
and
I give you that.
always being there for somebody. So yeah, your boy Goofy is definitely up there for me. And this is not in no particular order for me, so just to let you
Hey,
know.
Okay.
hey, real talk. Since he is a cow, does that mean Clarabelle is Max's mom, or is just some
Man,
other
Goofy is
chick?
a dog, man. I don't know what you're talking about, V. I think
I'm
Goofy is a
telling you,
dog.
bro. I'm telling you, bro. You got to look it up. Like I said, I just found out like earlier this year somebody was talking about it. And, yeah, it's supposed to be confirmed from one of the Disney people. Whatever. He's actually a guy. So I don't know what to tell you. But actually, yeah, I'm looking at Clara Bell. Like, yeah, you would think like, is that his mom? Because I think your boy Horace Horsecollar and Clarabelle, I would be surprised if they were the ones that, got together and made your boy Goofy.
So then that makes you wonder if Goofy is a cow, what is Pete?
These are dogs, man. I have no idea what y'all talking about.
Now, Pete actually is a dog, if I'm not mistaken.
Just like now,
Like,
y'all gonna tell me Pluto was an elephant next. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's a
oh no,
dog.
Pluto is like, they got two different, like, bro, it's like, bro, what do you think?
It's back to dog fool. So
All
how
right,
about there? Your
go.
top five? All right, my bad. Finish
Yeah,
your top
going back to
five.
your list, bro. What's your number four? So you got Goofy at
Oh,
five.
okay. Actually, I'm see now. I'm getting actually more info. Like, bro, I'm telling you, everybody wanted this with their info now. I guess maybe he might not be a dog, cow. Who knows? I gotta go back into it. Now people start to have a debate. He's a Scottish cow.
A
What's the
Scottish
difference?
hound.
No, they saying that it's not a depiction of a Scottish cow. Scottish cow must look different from American cows, and it's like dog.
Oh, so he is a cow, but he's just a Scottish cow, which is the reason why he looks more like a dog.
I'm with you, Jason. That
No,
nigga a dog.
That's a
A
dog,
dog.
boy.
Like,
Hey, I
bro,
don't
see,
know who
like
that
I
is.
said,
It's a reason she ain't in detention, okay? You listening to the substitute teacher over there, my friend, and she is not familiar with the lesson plan. Can you dig what I'm saying?
the lady,
I don't. Yeah. Oh, that's a substitute teacher.
you
If I ain't never
already
seen one.
know.
Get back to your
they
list,
tell
man.
me
What's your
what
number
cows
four?
are love.
The lady boy.
This is love.
So what are your? That's a
Clearly.
cow actually, a
We'll
ladybug.
talk about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. All right, but yeah, like I said, Pluto. I mean, yeah, not Pluto, but Goofy was one of my first ones. Second, I would actually have to go with your boy Jiminy Cricket. Like I said,
All right.
everybody gotta
The
have
conscience. Okay.
the conscience. You know what I'm saying? He's a conscience dude. So everybody gotta have that conscience.
Definitely didn't expect that one, but okay. Keep going.
And like I said, I'm looking at the old actual original created characters and stuff, and I'm like,
I'm
okay, there's
with it.
something
We
I
need some
actually
nostalgia.
remember. You know
I'm with
what I'm
it.
saying? So I gotta go with Jiminy Cricket. Let me see. Now, I got a question. Which Mickey do you like better? Old school original Mickey or the Mickey we got now? Because I actually like old school original Mickey better than we got. So yeah, that's definitely number three.
Okay. I'm with it. Mickey is a class. Mickey is like. I mean, he's a flagship, so I can dig that.
And like he done been changed, I can see that character's been changed a few times. You know what I'm saying? Number four, definitely got to go with your boy Baloo. Like I said, you got to have that fun character. He's also that father
Okay.
figure.
I can dig
Bare
that.
You know,
necessities.
so I got to go with him.
Mr.
And then last but not least, I am gonna try to go with somebody new. And like I said, that's got to be your boy Robin Williams. I'm definitely he was up in there with me as well. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like I said,
Genie is a
as the
legendary
Genie,
character. Yeah,
like bruh, like he actually is my number one. Like I said, like I've
I
always
can
been a
rock with
Robin
it.
Williams fan, and his Genie was definitely the shiznit. So I
But it's
got to
like
go
you
with that.
said, those original characters put like that foundation down. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody will always remember those characters. Like even
Mhm.
the new kids that learn like the Moanas and the Braves and all that kind of stuff. They even know Disney
Like a lot
and
of the
Mickey's Playhouse and all
inspiration
that.
came from those
Yeah.
originals. Yeah, yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm trying to run this top five. I'm gonna go ahead and give mine in particular order. Okay, I'm gonna start mine at number five. Although because of what he is, he should not be at number five because he is not the villain in the story, ladies and gentlemen. Number five comes in at everybody's favorite pirate, Captain James T. Hook, the savior of Neverland. Okay, if you look at the story, Peter Pan is stealing kids. He is out of control. He needs to be stopped. It is James T. Hook who gave up his hand to try to save the children of Neverland. He deserves to be heralded. He deserves to be praised. Okay, so Captain James T. Hook. That's why I didn't put him in my top villains because he is
And I
actually not the
almost
villain.
went with your boy Peter Pan as one of my tops too. Some told me not to. I
Yeah,
should have
he's
went with
a
it though.
child kidnapper. Okay, that's what he is. Anyways, moving right along. My daughter would absolutely kill me if I did not put her on this list. I originally, because one of her favorite characters is Mulan, I was gonna put Mulan in here. Um, but I'm gonna stay
Tiana.
with the same letter. I'm gonna go with
No.
Moana actually.
Okay.
Moana because I think although my daughter loves Tiana, she wants to be Tiana and everything else. I think Moana's her favorite because
Oh,
Moana was her story was a little more brave. I understand the whole turn to the frog and going through the bayou, but Moana braved the ocean, different monsters. She had to pretty much go against what was within herself. With her grandmother dying, with Maui, her supposed hero being a complete d bag for about 90% of her journey. Her learning how to be a wayfinder, her coming into her own and being the empress or the chief that Motunui needed. So Moana is going to be in there. Number three, my son would kill me if I didn't put his favorite hero, which is also one of the people that was on the doctor's list to infinity and beyond. I'm going with Buzz Lightyear, one of the coolest inventive characters. Um, I remember watching that movie. Not to mention, Toy Story 1 has probably one of the greatest entry songs of any Disney movie. What You Got a Friend in Me. But that whole movie was great. I love the way they did. How he came in, like you said, he thought he was a toy himself. He tried to escape and go back to space. Um, his character arc gave me the great Lord Zurg. Like, come on, now these are great characters here. Number two, to sound the same but a little bit different, I'm gonna put him in number two, is gonna be Genie. 5,000 years, we'll give you a crooked neck. Genie, one of my favorite things about Genie, learning about the Robin Williams thing, was the fact that his character was 80% ad libs. He knew the story, he read the script, but they did so many things because Robin Williams was not going by the script. He did so many magical and special things with that character that they just
That's
had to
probably
leave
why
in
it's
the
so
movie.
hard to top it.
That's
Right.
why it's so hard to top it. He did everything he possibly could in that movie to make sure that that character was his. Genie will never be topped. It just is what it is. My number one, because I am the villain, I'm gonna go with a person who gave me the ugly side of life at a very young age. It's the man with the scar
Just
on his
far.
face. I gotta go with Scar. Actually, Scar is the man. Okay,
Oh,
to me, you can go through a lot of them. You can go through Gaston. You can go through Ursula. Scar is the most ruthless villain in Disney history. He was willing to kill his brother and his child nephew in order to just assume the throne, only to take the throne, completely raise the Pride Lands, let the hyenas take over, and pretty much lived on whatever he could on the lion's share while everyone else ran scraps and bones. And he was perfectly fine with it. You know what I mean? This is like next level villainy that we're talking about. So Scar will always be one of those characters. And I think what gives him that extra edge will be the four words that he speaks to Mufasa. Long live the king. That was one of the
Hey, that
hardest
was a
lines
G
to look,
line, bro. When he
dude,
did that,
to
that was
look
a G
your
line.
brother, your blood brother in his eyes, stab your claws into his hands and tell him long live the king, which is now you, and heave him off the
greatly
cliff while his
played.
son watches. Then send your cronies, your hyenas, which I almost actually made a list of mine later on in the show, but they got axed. But you see your cronies to kill your child nephew. This is the most
Hey,
ruthless to me.
hey, real talk. He
Actually,
has the second greatest Disney song of all time.
Be prepared is
I'm gonna make him even more ruthless for you.
what's up?
Later on in the movie, you know that skull that he playing with. You know that's a lion skull. I actually think
See,
that's your boy Mufasa's head right there.
might be Foster's head. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Just a
you know
ruthless.
lions actually eat their own. You know what
Oh
I'm saying
yeah,
when they
oh
either
yeah,
too weak
oh
and
yeah.
stuff like. So I actually think that's your boy
So we are
right there
talking,
that he
dude. We are
playing.
talking about a
And he's
bastard villain here,
ruthless,
dog.
ruthless, yo.
We're
Yeah.
talking a ruthless, just a bastard villain here, and I was all for it, dog. So Scar took the number one on my list on that. That
Oh
was a
yeah, I can dig
hardcore
it.
list. We finna give
Oh
a
yeah,
couple of people
definitely.
for our next segment, the PO box, or as you refer to it, pick one.
Come on.
It's time for us to pick one. We have three. Now, the cool thing is, since we added a new blur to detention, we're going to start having four picks of each category instead of the traditional three, since this is an old script. But we're
Hey,
going to have fun with this anyway. All right, so starting off the PO box. All right, do you pick Jafar, the master of deception in the Arabians, and for all Arabian Nights, or do you pick Doctor? Or do you pick Dr. Fassier, aka the Shadow Man, who brought the man out of his life and possibly his kingdom, his riches, and everything else? The bad guy in Princess and the Frog. Who do you pick?
I'm gonna have to tell you, bruh. I'm picking Shadow Man. And it's only for one
Okay,
reason, and it's not
what's
because
that?
he's black. It's because he's voiced by Keith David, bruh.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
Keith
ooh, I
David,
actually didn't see that one.
the legendary voice actor who also voiced Spawn, Goliath, a host of all other characters that he's
Sponsor
done.
us. You should
So yeah,
sponsor
I
us.
gotta
hmm
go with Shadow Man on that one.
Which? Blue?
I'm not gonna lie. I actually didn't see the Princess and the Frog, at least not yet.
Shame
Like
on
you
you.
see, I'm gonna have to go ahead and watch that one.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm definitely going with your boy Jafar up on that. I
Which I'm gonna
mean,
tell you
hey,
what. If these two were to get down in a battle of magic, the truth of the matter is, this is really a who would you like more. The sucky part is if they were to go magic for magic, Shadow Man couldn't hold up.
Nah, I bet
Um,
Jafar would take that too.
yeah, Jafar was like a real sorcerer.
Wizard.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's
Yeah,
a
he wasn't like
sorcerer.
a trickster
Yeah.
and a con man. He like like smoking mirrors and everything. He was the real deal. Um,
Oh yeah.
this is gonna suck. Even with that being said, I'm only picking since this isn't a who you get. This isn't a fight to the death. This is a pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking the Shadow Man because I simply just think he's cooler. I thought he dressed cooler. He had a more devious plot. Bull, when you see that, I guess this is a spoiler alert for you. I mean, he pretty much just is a complete dick. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Oh,
bribed
I
this
don't care
dude.
about spoilers. I definitely
Yeah,
take it.
he pretty much, and the reason I liked him is because he used his villainy of words. You know what I mean? Everything with him, Doctor, if you would agree with me, was like pretty much semantics. Like he never told
Yeah.
a lie in
Hmm.
that movie. If you just listen to the
Ah,
words that
he's
he
one of
said,
those. You got to listen to what I
you know
say
what I'm
type.
saying?
Okay.
He plays semantics with it. He was never forwardly like lie. He never lied to anyone. He was
Nah.
like, "Hey, look, you need freedom. Freedom takes green, and I see green in your future." He never said money, but he turned into a frog. Frogs are free to roam around wherever they want to. So he did get the freedom through the green. So he never lied to him. He played the semantics role. Um,
As they say, the
although
devil's in the details.
although taking your staff and hypnotizing the girl's dad into pretty much being like your puppet, that's
Hmm.
pretty dubious too. So yeah, because he was dressed a top hat, he kind of looked like the Baron Samedi. I'm gonna roll with the Shadow Man. Now this is gonna be an interesting battle because my wife, my daughter, everybody in my family would love to actually see this. I wish this was a versus who you get, but when it comes to ice powers, pick one? Frozone or Elsa?
Mm.
It's kind of easy though, bro. If you think
It
about it.
is. I hate to say it. It sucks, but it
As much
is.
as I love my boy Samuel
I was
Jackson,
Oh,
about.
bro, you know what? I mean, your good
Elsa,
Elsa
she on a
built
whole
a
nother level,
whole
dog.
like
She changed the
a
weather,
whole
bro.
mansion on top
Yeah.
of like yeah, like change the weather.
She created an ice
Like
age in her city, in her town.
she was on a whole global level. Your boy Frozone was just
I mean, he was cool with
he
them
was.
with the ice powers and stuff,
But
but
as far as
yeah,
yeah, I'm
he ain't got
sorry
nothing
if I
on.
if I got the choice of being able to, just shoot some little ice and stuff from here and there versus making a whole ice palace, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with the palace. I'm just saying, I'm gonna go
Who you got, Billy?
I got to. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, to be completely slaw about this, Frozone is as cool as the other side of the pillow. Okay, but if we're talking about strictly ice powers, I know that was the lamest I could get. If we're talking about strictly ice powers, like you said, we're talking about a person who literally. I mean, Elsa was could had Elsa been evil,
Yeah,
Bruh,
wasn't
dude.
nobody stopping her,
What's
bro.
you could have nobody could have
ain't
stopped her.
nothing stopping her.
Nothing could
Nothing
have stopped
stopping
her. So luckily, she felt bad for what had happened. But if we're talking about strictly ice powers, Frozone, you're about to witness a first on this show. A version of Samuel L. Jackson is about to take a L. That almost never happens on this show.
Sure don't.
It
her.
almost never happens.
Rarely,
Yeah. So
rarely.
I got to get out with the Elsa if we're talking about ice
Actually,
powers.
you know what? That's gonna be the second time for me when it comes to the show. So what we was talking about earlier. So yeah, with him and the Matt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm with it. So here we go. Who is the better demigod? Is it Maui, savior? What is it? Savior of all mankind, demigod of the wind and sea? No, is it demigod of the wind and sea?
It's actually Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, hero of men.
Hero to all, or is it Hercules, son of Zeus,
Well,
gift of Hera?
you already know where I'm gonna go because he was in my
I was
top
about to
five.
say,
So
bruh,
I mean, to me, it's Hercules, and I mean, even if not for any other reason than the fact that he actually ascended to godhood, even though he
True.
turned it down to be with his lady. But like, I mean, gotta go with the strong man, dog.
I'm
Oh,
with
he
it.
gonna, yeah, yeah.
Nah, your boy Maui way cooler, yo. I'm sorry. I gotta go with Maui
Now
up on
he's
this. I mean, don't get
cooler.
me
Yeah,
wrong.
he is
Don't get me wrong.
cooler.
Your boy Hurt, he got the guy and he zero the hero just like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like Maui, like you said, it's the pick one. And yeah, I gotta go with your boy Maui. He's just way cooler. You know what I'm saying? Just everything about boy and his character. You know what I'm saying? I like him way more than Hercules.
He definitely
Definitely way
was
See,
more
I
than
cool
hate being a
character.
tiebreaker. This is why we're missing the Kraken and his tentacles being around everything. Okay. Um,
Hercules.
I went actually back and forth on this one, probably a little bit more than I should have. And originally I chose Maui, but let me tell you why I ended up going with Hercules. And the only reason is because Herc was raw with just these. When Maui didn't have that hook, he was trash. Even when he
That's
first
true.
got the hook back, he was
He was all
trash.
rusty, couldn't
You know what I'm
even remember
saying?
how to
Yeah, he was a
use
little
him.
rusty with it. I think Maui is like all three of us said is way cooler than Hercules. I think he looks cooler. The tattoos, the hair. I'm a chubby guy, so like the bulky look. You know what I'm saying? Even the hook looks cool. You know what I'm saying? I think he looks way cooler
Oh
than
yeah,
Hercules.
for sure.
But if we are talking about if I had to pick which one I would rather be, shape shifting is double badass. Okay. But being indestructible is cool too. And like I said, I don't need any artifacts as long as I don't, I guess, sell my godhood away. You know what I'm saying, for a lady or like trade it away for anything. Like I'll always have that. But if this were who you get, and not if, but when Hercules gets that hook away from him, he is gonna take that off. Okay, it's game over from Maui. Real quick thing, I just want to throw this out here before we move on to question two. Something I noticed in that movie. Somebody once said, if you see Maui, right, and you see he got the hook in his hand, but then he turns into like the eagle. Like, where's the hook go? You know what I'm
You talking
saying?
about when he had the little snake thing in his hand, in his claw, or whatever?
It's a tattoo. If you look
Yeah.
when he turns into an eagle, the hook is a tattoo on his wing. So no matter what he changes into, the hook
it
is
turns into a
either
tattoo.
a limb or it's a marking on his body. So the hook is still generally always with him. I don't know why I tossed it out
Actually, no,
there.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even
Pretty
notice
cool
that.
fact to
You
it.
like
Yeah,
that?
pretty
I
cool
like that.
fact to it.
Yeah.
This
And you heard it
second part
here
of it,
on the Lost Word.
you heard it here. If you never heard it first, you heard it here.
Right.
Um, question two of this show. This was almost tailor made for me. Who are your top five Disney cartoon villains of all time? Um,
Mm.
I'll go ahead and kick this one off. I
Go
will kick
ahead.
this one off, and I'm gonna try to go in particular order. Number five, he made my list earlier. I don't know how you can deny him. He is the smoothest, cleanest dude on two legs. He is Dr. Fassier, the Shadow Man. He had he got friends on the other side. He was from Louisiana. He's using the voodoo. I thought that, well, I don't know if it was really yeah, it's the Bayou. They pretty much said Louisiana. So I thought he was smooth. His plot was cool. Like I said, I thought the way he dressed, the way he acted, his voiceover by Keith David is probably one of the best ones. Even hearing Keith David sing that song just shows you the range of talent that he has. And he's probably one of the best and most underrated black actors of our time. And hopefully one day he'll get the accolades he deserves on it. Number four, which actually I kind of went back and forth with this one too because I thought he should be higher. I'm gonna pick Gaston. Okay,
Man,
Gaston.
I tell you what, I couldn't stand that dude, bro.
Hey, yeah, I'll tell you something.
Gaston.
Gaston
Gaston.
was a world class asshole. Okay, I'm talking like he was one of the first villains I ever saw. That it's almost he knew he was a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like he made no attempts to be a good person. He was
Hmm.
arrogant. He was rude. He was cocky. He was obnoxious. He was evil. You know what I'm saying? He was everything that a Disney villain or a villain should be. Um, and so I thought that was a really really cool person to put right there. Number three, um, I couldn't be a I couldn't be a villain without throwing somebody from the ocean and sea out there. It's got to be my girl Ursula. Ursula was everything. The first Disney villain in true fashion to
Ursula.
actually scare me. I'm gonna be honest, with y'all. When I was a kid, I forget how old I was when I first saw Little Mermaid. I was I forget, I was at a birthday party or something like that. But we're all sitting there watching the movie, and the very last sequence comes up, and Ursula turns into like
Oh, when she
giant
grows
Ursula.
big and stuff, yeah.
Dude, that was
Mm.
terrifying. You know what I'm saying?
Cause they
So,
had all the lightning
um,
flashing and it was storming and
yeah, like
everything. Yeah.
that was, dude. It was like
Bruh.
it was one of the first
No, I
Krakens
like
I'd ever seen. She was
Hmm.
absolutely terrifying. And to this day, even when my kids see it, my kids are weird. They love all that kind of horror stuff. So my kids marvel at it. But Ursula deserves to definitely be on that list. Number three was actually said. Somebody said something about this earlier. I thought he did a phenomenal job. Like I said, actually, I was going to put Ursula in this spot, but I switched it out because me and Chris and the kids, we love Hades. Hades was awesome for this role. Believe it or not, he was actually drawn and cast differently until James Woods interview for that part. They changed the animation, they changed the lines, they changed his whole persona to be like James Woods. That's how good he made that character. It was well drawn. His plot was
That's
great.
what's up. I didn't know
Um,
they changed
you
all
know,
that.
yeah, I love the way they did that with him. He was a really cool spin on the character. You know, Hades is supposed to be like this big brooding evil guy, but you know, he was more like a laid back, like a upset father or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like a disappointed. He's almost like the
Right.
human form of Scar or something like that.
Hmm.
Just disappointed because his rightful place was taken from him. So I love Hades at number two. And number one, he has the best song in Disney villain history.
Number two,
Got to be prepared for
second best
Scar.
song. Second best
I
song.
you say second best. I said villain song.
Oh, okay.
As far as villain songs,
Well, yeah, he got the best villain
actually,
song. Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
Gaston song isn't terrible. That is that Gaston is a world class a hole. If you just listen to his own song, he sings about himself, about how great he is, and you'll just see how terrible of a person he is. But Scar, the Be Prepared, like I said, to me, he is plot wise the most ruthless Disney villain. I was actually trying to think of somebody else who may have taken it mantle from him, but the depths he was willing to sink, I he actually killed people. Like his plot to kill people went through. There was no hero who saved the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm gonna let this one go.
There wasn't no coming back. Like how
This is
they
a
had
true.
happy
I'm gonna look
ending.
right in the camera when I say this. My daughter is watching The Lion King since she was about 3 or 4. Okay, my daughter has seen the stampede scene far more times than I have. It is still to this day one of the only scenes in the movie I will fast forward. I still do not watch the stampede scene. Now, I'm not gonna sit there and cry or anything, but it's just like
It's just one of those things that's just too hard.
I'm just good. He's like the whole dad, wake up, we gotta go home, and it's just like, oh shit, like wait, is he dead? Like that was yeah, that was just, and then he thought he was guilty of it. It was
Hmm.
yeah. I don't watch the Stampede scene. My daughter's already seen it time the more, and
Right.
I've seen that movie far more times than she has. But she's seen the Stampede scene far more times than I have. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have it. That's my top five villains.
That's a good one. That's a good set.
You
You
want
want
to
to
go,
take this one
Bull?
next, Doc?
Yeah, I go.
Actually, all right, just for sure.
So my top five, my number five, I actually have the same people. Well, most of the same people that the villain just mentioned. He's gonna be very disappointed with one of my choices. But at number five, I had to go with everyone's favorite female Kraken. I had to go with Ursula.
Yeah,
Like you said, she's one of the most iconic villains in Disney.
ever,
Period. So I
ever,
definitely had to go with her.
ever.
Number four, everyone's favorite pirate, Captain Hook. He
James
is a
T.
villain, and he's my number four on my list because he will stop at nothing to try
Stop
to
at nothing
stop
to get
Peter
Pan.
Pan. But
That's right.
Mhm.
To
old
try to
Pan got the
save the
best of him.
kids of Neverland. Okay.
Man, whatever. Number three, I also put Hades at number three on my list.
Yeah.
I really feel like, besides Robin Williams as Genie, I feel like old boy being cast as Hades, like you could not get a more perfect casting than
I
that.
agree. I agree. That
Yeah,
was a perfect
It's
yeah.
almost like,
we gonna have a lot of coinciding picks on this
yeah,
one.
it's almost
Definitely.
like how Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't get
He is Iron
anybody
Man.
more perfect
Yeah.
to play that role than him.
Like Chadwick
Most
Boseman.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm with it. He is Black Panther. I'm with it.
Yeah. Number two, gotta go with Jafar, however you say his name. Gotta go with him.
I think it's time to say goodbye to Prince Abubu.
From Aladdin, of course, he was also ruthless. He didn't succeed at killing anybody like Scar did. But he's still high on my list. And number one, just like the villain, I got Scar. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just hard to top that dude as a villain, dog.
This is an
It's hard to top
asshole,
him,
dog.
man. That man, he would have killed everybody in that Pride Land just to keep his throne, bro.
That's true.
I mean, like, you saw how they were living. Them folks didn't even have no
Dude.
food. That man didn't even care.
He didn't even care.
He did not care, dog.
Bruh. Who was you telling?
Oh my God. Like he's living in the lap of luxury in a wasteland.
hmm And
Like, he doesn't care.
As long as he the top, that's all. And you know who he reminds me
Wow.
of, bruh? He reminds me of Loki. I feel like that's how Loki would be.
Hey,
Like Loki
that's
wouldn't
real.
care what it looked as long as he was
Yeah, as long as he was in
ruler.
charge.
Asgard could look like freaking the ghetto or whatever. He wouldn't
Yeah,
care as
that's
long
true.
as he was ruler. That's all he cared about, man. That's all Scott cared
Completely agree
about.
with it.
I can dig it. I can dig it. You know what?
Can't put Jiminy Cricket on this list.
Which is why I'm about to mess y'all up with this list. I'm going all female.
Okay.
You want all female?
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's been some badass female. Don't get me wrong, there.
Bruh, hell hath no fury like a woman's born. You feel
So
me?
I know
Oh,
you
Mel.
got. I know
I
you
know
got
Mel.
Cruella.
I know
on your
Mel
list.
gonna make it too.
Bruh, you
Oh, Mal
already
gotta
know.
make it too.
Like I can't even like put these in no particular order because like all of them they were just ratchet. Regardless,
I know
they
Mal
all
is
were
on there
just
too.
ratchet. But you already know Maleficent. Yeah,
Yeah.
you already know. Definitely, just
Oh yeah, I forgot
especially
about her.
your girl Angelina's Maleficent. Like she's been doing a darn good job. Like I have been loving her Maleficent. So yeah, so she's definitely up there. So I'm going with Maleficent. Your girl Ursula, she's definitely up on that list too.
Okay.
Cruella de because of all people, how you gonna try to scare some doggone puppies, man? Come on, like that's just
Hey,
that's ratchet.
hey, real talk.
That's
Before you move on,
For real.
I was very surprised at how good the live action Cruella
Dude.
movie was.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet.
I was very
Seen it.
surprised. I
The
had to
lady
watch it
pulled
with
it
my
to me.
kids
She
and my
said
wife, bruh.
it was nice. It was nice.
I was blown away.
She wasn't there.
And I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
what, if I may interject, I'm gonna say this right here. Another great story where the villain isn't necessarily the bad guy. You know what I'm saying?
In that joint, yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay.
one of those
And the
stories.
animated
So
one
if
on
you never
one
seen,
Dalmatians.
oh
she
yeah, in
was
the
definitely-
animated, she was, yeah.
Oh yeah, she
That was
definitely.
further on in
yeah,
life when she just really just said, fuck, yeah, completely.
Definitely.
Sponsor us.
Who you got next
So-
there?
All right, so let me see. That's Cruella. That's Maleficent. That's Ursula. So that's 3 already. Actually, there's so many of them. I'm starting to see that I'm running out of room. There's a few of them that I remember now. But the Queen, off with her head, Joe. You already know the Queen.
Oh yeah.
The
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Off
Queen of
with
Hearts
your
is off.
head, Joe. You gotta go
Alice
ahead
in
and go.
Wonderland. It's a real
Yep,
stoner
Alice in
flick if you've never
Wonderland.
seen one, my friend. It's a real stoner flick.
Fun fact about that, it's I guess a theory on that she was actually just mentally
Yeah.
she was going through paranoid schizophrenia or whatever,
Mhm.
and that was just basically her just going on one of her schizophrenic trips or whatever the whole time. So like I
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that theory about that when it comes down to somebody. And for the last one, man, there's so many of them.
See for the swing for the fences.
Oh, you already know I am. You already know I am because I'm actually having a hard time if I really want to use her. Oh, the dog. You know what? Yeah, I'm going with her because you know Emperor's New Groove is by far one of my
Oh
favorites,
man,
man.
Yzma.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I got Yzma.
Yzma, bro, is hilarious.
Yeah,
Hey,
she was
Yzma was
true.
my
For
daddy fool.
real.
Yeah,
She
Yzma
was
was bullshit.
hilarious.
Cause
Yeah.
And
wasn't
just the
that
way
Eartha
she
Kitt?
looked.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It
the
was
way
Eartha
Oh,
she
Kitt.
okay,
looked.
yeah.
Like, bruh,
It was.
that's the I'm looking at the pictures and stuff now, and I'm just like, it just her looks
I
is
forgot
what took
about
it over.
Yzma.
Eva, yes, sir. That's what I'm like. I got to go all females with this because like they got some great picks. They got some
Yeah,
great
I
picks.
give you that. Which is cool
Honorable mention
because
though is
what's
the
up?
witch
Firework.
from the witch they gave the apple. Was it Cinderella?
The evil queen.
Snow White. Yeah, Snow White. I mean Snow White.
The
Yeah,
evil queen.
honorable mention. Yeah, her. So yeah, the evil
Yeah,
queen.
and I'm gonna tell you what. And my honorable mention I actually had on there when I first did this script, because I just thought they were like a perfect three-headed dragon for some reason because I like people who's stupid. Bonsai Shanzi and Ed from Lion King. I thought they were pretty cool too. A little threesome pack, you know what I'm saying? Hyenas, ready to get the job done, you know what I'm saying? Just but at
Hmm.
the end they realized they were being lied to and did
But
what
Whoopi
hyenas do. They
Goldberg.
turn man.
Yeah, her
Whoopi
character.
Goldberg, Cheech Marin from Cheech and Chong. What you talking about? Of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they
So
were
we
yeah. So
hilarious.
doing?
They were
Are we still
hilarious.
doing a top five Disney movies?
oh yeah, we still doing that too.
Yeah,
That's gonna
let's
be
go.
that's the third question.
Yeah, let's go and knock that out because we are almost at an hour. It's gonna be a
Oh
We
long
yeah,
are. So hold on,
so
we
episode.
got we still got to do our who you got though.
Well, let's run through 'em.
All right,
oh
let's
yeah,
run through.
okay.
So the first one we'll do this in a speedier fashion. The first one. Now keep in mind we asked these questions and who you got. It's if these people were locked into a death battle. If they're not if they're normally a friendly character, you have to arm them for combat. You know what I'm saying? If they're a nice fluffy character, they got to bring the claws out. So speaking of bringing the claws out, our first battle. Who you got? The Beast or James P.
Mm.
Sullivan from Monsters Inc. I guess I'll dive in first on this one. I'll say this. If you arm both of them for combat and they got to bring the claws out, I I might have to go with the Beast. And the reason I want to give it to Sully because he got the tail, which is like the X factor. But for some reason, to me, the Beast is still a scary character. Like to keep it gangster. Like I'm not saying like the way Sully is colored makes him a little more. Maybe that's why I'm not giving him the edge. But the
I don't think
Beast
he's a
is,
savage. He's not as savage as the
yeah.
Beast. Cause I would go with the Beast too. Cause I think he would be
I see what's about to happen.
probably tit for tat. I say I'll just give him a tie as far as strength.
Hmm.
But as far as speed, I'm pretty sure the Beast is faster. Like he looks like he's more agile than Sully
Yeah, I
is.
get it. Even when he was
Uh,
doing them drills with Mike, the scary feet. Yeah,
yeah.
he he wasn't too nimble.
hmm Might
I'm
be a
with
little
it.
I
stiff there.
don't know. I don't know. But
Fire
okay.
away. Take your pick. Who you get?
I actually okay, because you got to think we doing the death battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These ain't no longer no fluffy characters and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think your boy Sullivan might got that work.
Hey,
Like he might not be as fast as D, but I actually think he might be just as strong, if not strong.
That's why I
he
said
might
I
And
be
probably
he might be
I pretty
taller than
sure
him too.
and
it's hard to
and
tell
last
because it's
but
two
not
different
least, you got to
things.
think your boy Sullivan at the end of the day is a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
that's true. He is a
he's a
monster.
thing of nightmare.
He's built.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
he was
saying?
born to be
Like
scary.
your
I
boy
can dig it.
Beast used to be a man. All
I
Sullivan
can dig
really
it.
know is monster. I'm made as a monster. I'm supposed to be a monster. I'm made to fit. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
I
So
buy into
when
it.
you really switch it up and like if Disney went rogue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like if the so fluffy wasn't so fluffy no more, I think your boy Sullivan might actually be able to pull it out. Don't get me wrong, he's
Okay.
gonna get
Okay.
scratched up pretty
That's
nice. It's gonna be
interesting.
a good work. It's gonna be a good little match. I'm talking about some invincible. We about to fight for about 3 days type match,
Hell
but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's,
they're gonna have to
I think
yeah,
your
they're
boy
gonna have to draw that
Sullivan in
one
the
out.
end is gonna actually be able to pull that one out.
I
Who
can
you
dig it.
who you next?
All
Who
right.
you got?
Round two. We got the original bad boy Donald Duck versus Anger from Inside Out. Who you got, Doc?
And this is far who gonna be the most angry or what?
Wait, now this is a fight. Who
Like this a fight to the death.
if they lock horns, who going at it?
If they were the same size, because anger technically is
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like the miniature, right? They're the same size. Who getting on?
man, I might have to go with man, I'm probably gonna go with anger, bruh. Cause that man,
Okay.
he's just a true. I mean, Donald Douglas was a hothead too,
Mm.
but man, you just look at anger, man, and he just blow
He
up.
intimidated.
Yeah, you could have
You
did
know what?
Hades too, cause Hades was like that too, man.
Yeah, that'd have been G.
True.
Uh,
Actually, yeah.
for the sake of time, I'm gonna pick this one quickly. I thought about Donald Duck at first, but the reason I'm gonna go with anger is because number one, he looks intimidating. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, the reason I'm gonna give him the edge very quickly is because I can understand what he's saying. Sometimes
Yeah,
what makes
Donald
a
be
person
going
scarier,
in. Yeah,
hey, sometimes what makes a person scary is the fact that you can understand their threats. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I think once they get into the shouting match and then they get physical, I'm gonna get the edge to good old anger.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and make the baby Mace 3 on that one. Yeah, I gotta go with your boy Anger as well. He's constantly angry. I mean, when you're constantly angry, you gotta have that work for somebody because eventually you gonna rub somebody the wrong way. You gonna have to, test your might
Yeah.
on that. Um, Donald do got that frustration issue and stuff, but like that was something that had to be fueled for him. And you had to really,
Mhm.
really tick him off to even really get him pushed over the edge. And the only thing that did it for him was messing with his lady. So if Anger don't do nothing to his lady, your boy Donald ain't getting. he ain't gonna
I
get. He
dig it.
ain't gonna have him.
Well, our main event of the evening. This is gonna be probably my favorite one. It's probably one of the
Hey,
hardest
wait.
ones I had to pick.
Hey, wait.
What's up?
So can y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see what I see on Masquerade because I'm like hosting this, but the Kraken is here. He eating right now, but I'm gonna go and let him in and see
Tell-
if he can give his movies for this last part.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me see. I
this
ain't
is
want him
definitely
to be
going over
stuffing
our
his
now.
face.
Damn. Y'all have to do me like
Yeah, the
that, baby. Y'all have to
Kraken
do me like that.
from the from the
I'll wait till
depths
the
of
show
Davy
over.
Jones' locker.
Boom. Now
Kraken, we're
y'all
gonna
have some
actually let you.
good answers and stuff, man.
I'm gonna tell
Hey,
you what.
hate I missed the first part of the show, but hey, I'm ready to dive in wherever I can.
Hey,
Continue
Well, check
on.
this out.
we finna do the top five Disney movies, bruh.
We right here on
I
mark.
mean, yo, top five movies.
Okay, you waiting on me?
Hold on, we got
Nah, we hadn't done them
to
yet.
blitz.
I just decided to add
Yeah,
you
that's
in.
next.
Okay, go
So
I'm
check
about to
ahead.
this
say, yeah,
out.
that's next.
You came in for this last fight. Our last who you get. Like I said, we're gonna do this a little quickly. I know we're approaching the hour, but Baymax from Big Hero 6 versus Buzz Lightyear. You arm these two for combat, you throw them in the pit, and you let them rock and roll. Who y'all got?
So wait. Okay, wasn't Baymax like a android cyborg robot type thing though?
Like a
Yeah,
robot with a suit of armor with the kill technique and all that stuff.
I'm gonna go with Baymax on this,
I'm
bro.
about to say I'm going Baymax. I'm sorry. Your boy Buzz Lightyear ain't nothing but a man in the suit. Baymax, he Terminator all day.
Yeah, Baymax gonna take that one
Straight
out.
up.
Well, I ain't
And
gonna
he,
say that now. Baymax is like a big ass balloon until you put on the rest of that armor. That's basically what Baymax is. So I would say that I have to give Buzz determination. Unless you
this
Zern,
is
whatever. Buzz not scared of anybody.
Hey,
this is
but they
why I
suited
need
and booted for war though, so you know
that.
what I'm
You know
saying?
what?
Like,
If you arm them for combat, this is why I'm glad it's four of us now. I'm going with Buzz Lightyear. I think
ooh.
when he armed for combat, he
two
got the
for two.
arm laser. You know what I'm saying? I think, like I said, it's something that will always be in me that will take the man over the machine. Um, it's us versus the Terminators. Damn it, I'm picking the Resistance, and that's what it is. Now our last question before we wrap this one up and we give you our cosplay cutie of the day. Um, we're gonna go with our top five Disney cartoon movies. Who wants to go first?
I'll take a stab at this one.
Fire away.
Give Kraken time to get his list together.
Go
Find his
ahead.
go to the right page. So my number five and my number four, I consider them to be two. I'm gonna rephrase this: the two most underrated Disney animated movies. Number five, is Atlantis. I don't care what nobody
Yeah.
say. That giant
Oh, those
goes
are
hard. Underrated. Number 5. Number 4. I know the villain is also gonna like this answer. Treasure Planet. If you ain't seen it, you need to watch it. Very underrated. Like slept
that's a
on.
The
throwback
doctor
for
is
me. That is
tripping.
a
Like
throwback for me.
I don't care what
Okay.
nobody
Doctor's
say,
tripping
bro.
today,
Like them
y'all.
top 5 easily. Number 3, of course, he was one of my top characters. I had to go and put Hercules on there. I
Okay.
think with him,
Zero to hero,
his
just like
interactions
that.
with him and Hades is it just can't be matched. Number 2, gotta go with the Arabian Nights. Gotta go with
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin. It's always been one of my favorite. Of course, my favorite
Yeah.
character was Genie, so I
Yeah.
gotta put Aladdin up there in my
Got to put
top
Aladdin up
5.
there with you.
And number 1, which I'm sure it might not be number 1 on everybody's list. I'm sure it's going to be
It
in
should
everybody's
be.
list, except maybe the Kraken, just because he liked to be difficult at times. But my number 1, I gotta put the Lion King,
You
man.
got to be. Yeah, I'm with you
I
on this.
just can't go no other way than the Lion King. I don't care if they did copyright it from that Kimber and the White Lion. I saw that, and they definitely stole that. Jam. If you
Oh,
look
it
up
definitely stole
Kimber,
it 1,000,000%. Yeah.
if you look up Kimber and the White Lion, they did
Yeah,
straight
one million
up
percent it
I
jack
stole it.
that
heard about
whole
that too.
store.
Yeah, I think
I
I
don't know
saw
who
that on
wrote.
YouTube.
I don't know who wrote Kimber and the White Line, but I hope he get paid. He or she
Yeah.
get paid because they
It
stole
was
that
pretty bad.
whole
The entire thing. Yeah.
storyline, the whole thing.
Yeah. The whole thing.
I mean, he
It
even
was
had a
pretty
Kuna
bad.
Matata and that joint and everything in
Yeah, I
that
think
joint. Like they
it
took
was a couple of
it
yeah.
was
They
just
took
different.
everything
They
from that
they
movie.
changed it a little bit, but yeah.
Okay,
I started to
that's my first time hearing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
what? Yeah,
That
look
was
up
one of the
Kimber,
biggest. Yeah.
Kimber
And the
the
White
White
Line.
Lion, bruh.
That's right.
It is
That's
it
right.
is straight up the Lion King, bruh.
Yeah.
I
With
started
terrible
to put
animation.
yeah,
It's
I
like
started to
it's like a
put
terrible animated.
Tarzan
Yeah.
in my list, but I ended up taking Tarzan out.
All right. I'm with you. I rock with this one. I know that like the bull and the doctor. They still. I mean, the bull and the crack and doing that thing. So check this out. My number 5. I'm gonna start with 3 of possibly the most. Actually, 4 of mine are the most underrated movies in Disney, and it is what it is. Number 5 is a more new age movie that does not get the respect it deserves, but it's kind of sort of starting to get a little bit more traction. Coco. Coco is a phenomenal movie.
Coco
It
is good.
really,
Bruh, not gonna
really is.
lie, slightly teared
Hey,
up on that one. It was a really good
it
movie.
is
Coco
Slightly
that
was
teared up on
good.
good.
that one. It
Yeah,
was a
it
good movie.
really is that
Coco
good.
was real good. Yeah.
And Coco just beat out the Incredible series with me. But Coco is it's almost, I'll go so far as to say, like with the twists and the turns and how much it means to you. Coco is almost like this generation's Lion King. It is up there. It is that good of a movie. Number 4, I got to go with Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet was one of my favorites. If you know anything about me, you know my love for pirates, and there's space pirates, with old Western pirates, whatever you get. I love pirates, and Treasure Planet is one of the best animated
Bruh,
movies Disney has ever made,
bruh.
and it's
So
not even close. It is what it
I
is.
saw they're in talks of trying to remake that, and I think they're gonna try to do live action,
I
which
was just about to say,
they
I
got the
only want to see it
technology
just
now to
live.
do that. They
Yeah,
got the
I love to
technology
see a
now to
live
do
action
that.
of that.
So if they do it right, that that junk could be something serious.
I
They
can
gonna have to
dig it.
put some money behind that though. Y'all still there?
I say, I'm still here.
Oh, Jason froze. Lost it. Look at him frozen.
Yeah, you froze. I was just about to say finish out,
Kraken,
Jay.
you on mute, Kraken.
I'm about to say,
Go ahead, Bull. Go ahead and give your top 5.
Yeah,
all
tell
right, all
Jason
right,
come
all
back.
right. I'm
Until
about to
you
say,
don't
right,
food.
I was just about to say, right, I was waiting to see you coming back, but okay. Um, I can't put mine in a particular order, but actually, man, there's so many of them for me. And if you know me, when it comes to like top fives and stuff, I can't just make individual like there's more than one. There's a part one and a part two. I can't just say like just the one or two. Like I gotta include the whole set as like a one for me. So with that being said, one of my ones is just the Toy Story series. You know, and I haven't even seen the last one. But like just each one of those, they're all classics. They're all great, movies to definitely check out. Um, Emperor's New Groove. Like I
Okay.
said, like your girl Yzma and stuff, like and Trump, squeaky squirrel, yo, squeaky the squeaker, squeaky the squeaker, squeaky the squeaker. I gotta love, like you just gotta love those. Man, I'm really torn between Incredibles and going throwback with the Dalmatian series. Because like those two, I really remember, especially the Dalmatian series. I watched those quite a bit when I was younger. I'm gonna go with the Dalmatian series. Like I said, I've been real nostalgic lately, and on top of that, like bringing up after the Dalmatian series, what I wanted to go with next was with my mind. I like I said, thinking about Dalmatians and Incredibles and stuff. But what was I just about to say? Because like I said, there's so many, and then like I keep looking at more, and I'm like, "Who I want to say that one? Who I want to say that one?" Oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna have to go to one of my other go-tos. Off of the head again. Like I said, Alice in Wonderland. That's not the one I wanted to go to, but definitely because it's just I have to pop in my head. But yeah, Alice in Wonderland. Oh, Tarzan. That's what it was. That was my last one. Tarzan. Yeah, my bad.
All right, Bill, before I go, you go ahead and finish up.
My last two, I can make those quick. Atlantis is definitely my number two movie. I think it's one of the most underrated to me. I know this is completely like a nerd, weird thing to say. If you're talking about the hotness of Disney princesses, Kita is the hottest Disney princess ever. She is also the first black princess ever in Disney. And it shows you that the first advanced civilization were people of color. I'm just tossing it out there. So if you've never seen Atlantis, please go see that. And number one, of course, I think it is the only perfect movie Disney has made. And it's The Lion King. It has transcended time. It is the only movie I've ever known that came out in the theater twice because of public outcry. They brought this movie out twice in the theater, like straight
Bro,
up. They locked it in the vault.
I remember
Remember
when you
that?
couldn't even get that junk on DVD, dog.
You couldn't even
Like,
get on DVD.
they had
They
that
have
junk locked away.
in the vault. Look, they have the gold version. They have the platinum version. I even have the diamond version. You know what I'm saying? Like it is the only movie I've seen with that much. Like they just blew the trumpets for that movie. They know it's a perfect movie. Jeremy Irons did great. The voiceovers are great. Mufasa and Sarabi, who played the king and queen. Side note, they also played the king and queen in Coming to America. Same two people. So yeah, Lion King is to me still the greatest animated Disney movie of all time. That's my top five.
All right, quick question before the cracker gets his list. Was All Dogs Go to Heaven Disney?
I don't think so. I think that was from that same animator that did Rockadoodle.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cracker, go ahead.
All right, mine gonna be super quick, man. I actually lost my original sheet. I don't know what I did with my book, but here you go. All right, my number five is gonna be Zootopia.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
All right, that's one of my favorite new movies. Well, I was going, you know what? I kind of chose stuff just kind of close to me that made me kind of watch Disney movies. All right, my number four is gonna be Sword in the Stone. So,
Yeah.
Bro, that's throwback.
Classic.
you know, my number. You know what? I was for to put Peter Pan as my number three, but I'm a scratch that. Put Toy Story 2 with Lotso the bear.
Lotso the bear.
I thought they were dead at the end of two.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that was
man,
the
they
end.
could kill them all. Hey, Lotso the bear and all them. Hey, that was a good movie. Hey, my number two is gonna be Monsters University. Mike Wazowski. Hey, everybody on Monsters University. I love the whole scare program and everything they did there.
Yeah, they did that one good.
Yeah, remember kids or at least my babies, we watch all the time. My number one, because it's near and dear to my heart, that wait for a movie like that when it first came out, was Wreck-It Ralph. With the video game, the arcade just brought me back to nostalgia. We're going to Southbrook Mall here in Memphis and going to the Fun Fair arcade and all that kind of stuff on Fridays.
Hey, that's why we like Ready Player One.
Yeah,
True.
that's my top five right there. That's all I got.
And that's what's up.
Yo,
Well, hey,
honorable mention, Goofy movie. Just because of the perfect cast,
I
you
can
got
leave
to do
it.
that movie.
Hey, since you want to throw out the Goofy movie, that's the number one Disney song of all time. I to
Hey,
I from
I'm with you on
Powerline.
that one.
Bam.
From Power Line.
Bruh,
You're fool for that
I'm
one.
telling you.
Man, I
You're
gotta
fool for
watch
that one.
the Goofy movie. I had never watched that.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, you
man, you
haven't?
slipping, dog.
No, I believe I know Max. I know his son named Max and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I watched the whole
Maximilian.
movie. I don't think I watched the whole Goofy movie, man.
Oh, bruh,
If I
both of them
seen
was good,
parts of
actually.
it.
Both of
Yeah,
them was good. Yeah.
I
All right.
think that
Well,
wraps it
hey,
up, man.
that wraps it up. It just brings us to our last part of the show, which is one of the quickest parts, but it's also one of the most liked parts. It is our cosplay crush of the day. To make this one really quick, her name is Expected Acorn 17. The reason I picked her for this show, especially the Disney show, not especially the Disney show, I didn't want to put it like that, but her cosplays are amazing. She is absolutely gorgeous. And she's really cool because, like I said, I get to talk to somebody. I get to talk to our cosplay crushes and inbox them for a second and kind of get to know who they are. When you go and look at her pictures and some of the ones that are being put on the screen right now, when she inboxed me, she said, "Make sure you let me know when you do the show so my son can watch it and he can see how cool everybody thinks I actually am." So I think that's so cool.
Aww,
Yeah, that
that's
her
what's
son is in the
up.
cosplay. You'll see some of her cosplay pictures. Her son actually dresses up with her. She does some really cool outfits.
Oh,
And so, yes, your mom is extra cool, and the Lost Blurs love her so much. She is extra cool. You have an extra cool mom. And we appreciate her for being a fan of the show. Hopefully, one day we can have her
yes,
on.
thank you.
Yeah, get on next time we do another Disney live show.
Yeah, got a deal.
And
All right.
go ahead and get on there. Folks should do that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that actually wraps that one up. That was actually a pretty good show. That one ran over, but it was worth it because, like I said, Disney is near and dear to everybody's heart, and so I knew that show was going to run a little bit over. So if we took you or held you longer than we usually do, we apologize, but you know you enjoyed the show. So like I said, I will let the Kraken do his thing, but before he does, I just want to remind y'all if you have listened to us thus far and you have liked anything you heard or anything you've seen, like, subscribe, share, comment on every platform you have, IG, Twitter, whatever it is
Black
you're rocking
Planet,
with. Black
MySpace,
MySpace. It's like
Me
LinkedIn,
wee,
Putting it out
MeWe,
all
there.
of them.
Christian Mingle, whatever
OnlyFans.
it is you got. What is it? Fans on OnlyFans, whatever it is you got, man. Share us, love us. We
We'll
appreciate
take it,
y'all.
whatever.
Thank
Right.
y'all. Kraken?
Please and
All
thank you.
right, I got nothing, man. Yeah, you did everything. We'll see
All
y'all
right,
on the
man.
next one.
See y'all next time.